Eagles all season couldn't get any better. A week after the draft, and the Eagles, they may land a cornerback. Dallas still stinks. You're right the way, King Dingbat here, and I know what you're thinking. I know all of the things you're thinking. First thing you're thinking is, 3 videos by Denzel Washington in one day? Yes, has to be done. I can't sleep. Second, this whole past week when it comes to the Eagles has been like a dream. How has this team changed so much in like a week? Well, guess what? It could change even more because the Eagles, they're going to make a play for a corner who is about to get cut. Now, we're going to get into it in a second. But before we do that, I got to say, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe for Eagles content, NFL daily content, and sometimes even more videos than just one in a day. And if you've been subscribed for a while, just double check. Double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube's a little goots, okay? But we're on a road to 40,000. You got to help a brother out. We are on our way. And yes, I look like Denzel Washington, but I'm not him. Just look like him. Now, let's get into football. The first thing I want to talk about is I want to give you guys an update on Jerry Howard Jr., the running back, undrafted free agent. There was reports, several reports out tonight that he had signed a deal with the Eagles. It looks like those reports are now saying that he has not, in fact, signed with the Eagles yet, but I guess he's coming in for a tryout tomorrow. So he hasn't signed yet. He's coming to Philly, I think, for a tryout. So we'll wait and see if they sign him. Still, I think a guy 6 foot, 230 pounds is the kind of running back they need. And it's good to me that they're recognizing that and trying to bring guys like that in. So just wanted to update everybody on that because I see that the reports have changed. I just went ahead and edited it out of my last video just in case he doesn't sign or something like that. But that's the updated news when it comes to Jerry Howard Jr. And then we'll see how it goes. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about is something we've all been kind of waiting for, okay? James Bradberry. If you remember a few years ago, he was one of the guys I would not mind the Eagles signing. I don't think Bradberry is as good as he was a few years ago. However, he's a very capable corner, especially if he was your second corner on the team. And we're getting reports tonight that the cap-strapped Giants expected to part ways with James Bradberry by the end of the week. By the end of the week. Well, guess what? The end of the week is tomorrow. It's tomorrow. So I'm assuming that as in less than 24 hours from now, it is possible that Bradberry is going to be cut. We are also getting reports like this one. Update. Pound Eagles, not hashtag, but Pound Eagles, expected to aggressively pursue free agent cornerback James Bradberry if he becomes available, says at Justin M NFL. It looks like Bradberry is going to become available, and I would think the Eagles would aggressively pursue him. I mean, why not? You have basically made this team a competitor. You have made him a competitor. The offense, to me, is loaded. It is loaded on offense. I think the Eagles have the most explosive, best offense in the division. And if Jalen Hurts steps up and delivers, guess what? You got yourself one hell of an offense. On the defensive side of the ball, the Eagles' linebacking core, I mean, the linebacking core is so much better than it was a year ago. Okay, think about it. T.J. Edwards was like our best linebacker. We don't even know if he's going to be able to start with the guys we have now. Hassan Reddick, double-digit sack guy. I expect him to come in and give us double-digit sacks again. Look, the guy has proven that he can play. He's got double-digit sacks with Arizona. He got double-digit sacks with Carolina. So our pass rush is much improved. Our defensive tackle spot is a lot deeper, and you got a big guy in Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis, like I said before, shout out to Philly Mike for having me on his show with LB today, earlier. You guys check that out if you haven't. But like I said in that stream, Jordan Davis is so big that I can't even barely fit anybody in a thumbnail. Every thumbnail I try to use for him, or every picture I try to use for a thumbnail, he takes up the whole thumbnail. Could you imagine what he's like in real life? You know what I mean? He's huge. But he's our defensive tackle now. He's our guy. So now, when you look at the defense, the pass rush is better. The linebacking core is better. Where you have a big hole for the Eagles is at safety and at corner. Now, they tried to get the Honey Badger. That didn't work out. He kind of played the Eagles, let's face it, to bring up his value because he wanted to play New Orleans. It is what it is. Those things happen. But the Eagles, they didn't draft a cornerback. They didn't draft a safety. So the question is what are they going to do? I don't see the Eagles going out and spending big money at safety and at corner. I see them signing one of those positions. Okay, and if it was me and if it was up to me and I can choose sign a safety or sign a cornerback, I'm going to sign a cornerback. Okay, because I have a lot more faith in like Epps playing safety with a decent corner, a decent second corner than I would have, trust in bringing in a safety and no cornerback. So to me, the Eagles are probably most likely going to get a veteran cornerback at some point. It's just going to happen. It needs to happen. That's the way it goes. And if James Bradberry, in fact, gets cut, to me, he is the guy you got to pursue. Okay, he's 28 years old. Like I said, he's not as good as he was a few years ago. But guess what? He would come into the Eagles and he would play opposite of Darius Slay. And if I'm the Eagles and I can get him for at least 1 year, maybe 2 years, I think you got to do it. I think you got to jump on it. So these reports that the Eagles are going to aggressively pursue Bradberry, why not? Why wouldn't you? Because this is not just about a team who is building for the future now. Okay, we talked a lot about the Eagles building for the future. But all of a sudden, they got a roster that can compete this year. They can compete this year depending upon Jalen Hurts. And you got a chance to get a Bradberry who's probably an upgrade. I would say upgrade over Steven Nelson. You got to do it. If you do that, it'll help you with your safety position having Epps there. And if they want to go outside of safety too, then great, they can do that. But if they can't, if there's only one of those positions can get filled, you got to go after James Bradberry. You have to. Yes, he played for the stinking Giants. Yes, I hate the Giants. But man, I would love to rub it in their face by putting him out there. I think he would be a decent second corner. What would it cost the Eagles? I guess that's the question. But look, the Eagles can always adjust the cap. Howie's very good at those kind of things. Maybe you got to pay him between $8 and $10 million for a year or something like that. I say do it. It's worth it. Because if you add a cornerback to this team, to this roster, this team can compete. Remember, the division forget the division. The conference, to me, isn't all that great. You got the Rams, best team in the conference. You have the Packers, and you have the Buccaneers. To me, those are the three main teams. I think the 49ers are pretty good too. But it's wide open. And if the Eagles, let's say Jalen Hurts comes out and he takes the next step and he is what we need him to be, you're going to be scoring between 27 to 30 points a game. You're going to be scoring some points. Okay? And then if you have Bradberry and Darius Slay your corners, you have Anthony Harris as your safety. Let's say Epps isn't the greatest safety in the world, but let's say he can hold it down. He's competent. With your linebackers and your pass rush and your front, there's no reason why this team cannot be competing in that NFC. There's no reason why they can't. I'm not saying they're going to win it. I'm not saying they're going to do all this. But I'm saying if everything goes right, why not? So if the only thing holding you back is that you have a giant hole at corner and a guy like Bradberry becomes available and the Giants have to cut him, you got to go take a chance and try to get him. Now, maybe he doesn't want to sign with the Eagles. Maybe he does. Maybe he wants to get revenge on the Giants. I don't know. But I think the Eagles will actively pursue him. They should actively pursue him. And that's exactly how I would play it. So I expect Bradberry to be cut Friday or Saturday. And then I expect the Eagles to actively pursue him however they have to go about doing it. And hopefully they land him. And if they land him, it's going to be huge. Because all of a sudden, the Eagles, their roster, I mean, you're not going to have every position, always have the greatest player and be secure. But if you have both your corner spots taken care of on the outside, you have a great slot corner, Avonte Maddox. You have a competent safety in Epps and Anthony Harris with the front that you have. This team can compete. They can do some damage. I mean damage in the conference. So James Bradberry, we're going to see if the Eagles are truly going to pursue him, and if they do, I think it would be huge. I already think this team's the best team in the division, but this can take us to maybe the next step. He doesn't have to be the best guy in the world. He just has to be a solid second corner, solid CB2. That's all we need. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. And it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. Whew, what a day. What a day, man. It's been a crazy few weeks with the draft and everything like that. And I know people have been asking me, when are you going to do your cigar video? When are you going to do the cigar video? I went to go do a cigar video today, and I opened my little cigar box, and there were no cigars left. I smoked all my cigars. Damn, I smoke them a lot more than I thought I did. So I have to get some more, but then I will do it. In the meantime, Eagles, baby. Eagles. We only got to wait 4 months. 4 mother-humping months. How am I supposed to sleep? How am I supposed to get anything done? I need Eagles football today. With that said, Denzel Washington